It's time for another episode of Local Roots. Hi, I'm Todd Studer. You have no idea how good it feels to not have the hiccups, especially after you've had them for 24 hours. But all is well this morning, and we are back at it, and I've never been happier. I'm also thrilled to announce that we have a new sponsor on Local Roots, and this company is doing some really unique and I believe valuable service around Southwest Iowa. They are called Solid Ground Monument Company, and families and cemeteries across the region turn to Solid Ground Monument Company for skilled restoration that protects every story that is etched in stone. They are now scheduling springtime services. This company provides monument repair, gentle cleaning, full reconstruction, and complete cemetery restoration. For families needing a new memorial, Solid Ground Monument Company comes to you in your time of need to design a tribute that truly honors your loved one. This is Southwest Iowa's trusted cemetery restoration and monument service. Solid Ground Monument Company, preserving legacies with care and craftsmanship. I'm excited that they are a part of things, and I'm looking forward to learning more about them. Having them on the show, that's going to be the best part, and because it has to be just some fascinating stories about some of the restoration projects that they have done. So that is coming up very, very soon here on Local Roots. Also coming up today on Local Roots, we are going to be talking with Marty Moore. Marty is the co-owner of a company called Ready Responders 130. And what this company does is they go to you, your place of business, and conduct workshops and teaching how to do CPR. Marty is very, very passionate about this. He is a retired fireman, and his mission in life is to get everyone trained in CPR because he knows, based on his experience, how many lives can be saved. So we're going to talk with Marty today on the show. Marty Moore from Ready Responders 130 coming up on Local Roots. Be sure to start your day right at Brewed Awakening in Avoca. They're open Monday through Saturday and always serving something fresh. Bagels every day, weekly specials that you won't find on the menu, and warm seasonal soups every Tuesday and Wednesday. And then on Wednesdays and Thursdays, grab a hot breakfast sandwich and treat yourself to something sweet every Friday. Hosting a meeting or a gathering? Brewed Awakening has a private room ready for your group, and if you don't need it all to yourself, it's completely free to use. Stop in for great coffee, good food, and a friendly hometown atmosphere at Brewed Awakening in Avoca, Iowa. And if you have a leak, a clogged drain, or if you're planning a big remodel, Waldstein Plumbing in Council Bluffs has you covered with fast, reliable service and expert craftsmanship, handling everything from small repairs to major installations. They're locally owned and trusted and take pride in doing the job right the first time. So residential or commercial, big or small, when plumbing problems strike, call Waldstein Plumbing. Visit waldsteinplumbing.com. A trip back over to the Chamber of Commerce office in Council Bluffs on the 100 block, and look who's here. It's Marty Moore with Ready Responders 130. Good to see you, sir.
Thank you. Good to see you.
And I need to know the Ready Responders part. I know. What's the 130 mean?
Oh, that's a great classic question. So, I'm retired Constable Fire, and my seniority number on the job was 130.
I'm going to have you hang on to that just so we can hear you.
So my seniority number is 130. My private email address is martymore130@gmail.com. And when Emily and I were devising the name for the company, we were looking at stuff, and she's like, Ready Responders, that's a good one. And Emily says, I'm going to make it Ready Responders 130. And I said, well, why the 130? And she's like, well, you are 50% owner. I'm like, I understand. So that's where the 130 came from.
And well, Emily, let's.
Yes,
she's not here, so
she is not. No.
But she is the partner.
Yes, she's my business partner. Yes.
Business partner.
Yes.
Yeah, the big joke around the networking group and everybody else is everybody thinks that she's your wife.
We're not married. We are not married. No.
You have one of those.
I do. Yes.
Concept behind the business. I mean, you obviously saw a need. You are retiring from the fire department, and you, having been out there as much as you have been, saw a need that getting CPR and life-saving services to people quicker
Yes.
is critical. And
very much so.
You decided that okay, there's a way that I could actually teach this kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's where it all came from.
What happened? So I retired from the fire department. I began teaching for a while. I had a handyman service. Besides that, I began teaching paramedics at Creighton University. And I love to teach. And obviously, I'm teaching my fellow medics. But then the job came up at Iowa Western, and I thought, 10-minute drive or 30-minute drive. I'll take the 10-minute drive. So I started teaching paramedics at Iowa Western, teaching paramedics and EMTs throughout all of that. But then when I was at Iowa Western, they wanted me to become a CPR instructor also. So I became a CPR instructor and then became the lead CPR instructor for the college, and then just fell in love with it because this is my way of teaching people how to help, how to jump in the emergencies, and you can do something, is kind of how I look at it.
So you are bringing this knowledge to everyone, not just people that have a medical background.
Yes,
not
I want
just,
everybody to know
not
this.
just say, managers or owners of a company
No.
or anything like
Nope.
this. You want this knowledge to spread.
I want every person I know of to know what to do in a cardiac arrest and in any emergency. Anybody can play a role to help. And when I say help us, I mean us on the fire department, to help us with the job.
Yeah, because I'm sure there's been plenty of times that in your previous career that you got to some place that you'd have wished you'd have been there quicker.
I'm gonna make me cry. The number of codes I've been on, where a code is when cardiac arrest. In medical field, we call it a code. No pulse, no heart rate. Showing up on a code and nothing happened. We show up and it's a crowd of people around the person. And if anybody there would have known that all you got to do is get on the chest and just start pumping away, you can save a life. It's that simple. You can make a difference if you just jump in there and start CPR.
As you're teaching these classes, are you getting a lot of aha moments from people?
Yes, because I teach so much more than just CPR. That's why everybody loves my class. I give them numbers. I give them extra information. I make it real. Does that make sense?
Yeah, certainly does. So you want everyone to have this
Yes.
knowledge.
Yes.
How are you getting out there? How are you reaching the people to teach these classes? What's your process?
So we offer non-certifiable classes, which is awesome, which means anybody can get a hold of us and we'll teach you CPR and first aid if you want first aid, or stop the bleed if you want stop the bleed. I don't care. But I love to get out there and teach everybody how to do it. Our fellow workmate, um, uh, Travis Waldstein,
Yeah.
called me and had me come in and teach all of his HVAC crew and all of his plumbing crew CPR and stop the bleed, which is great. That's how you make a difference, is we get out there and teach everybody what to do in the moment of emergency.
I'm going to pause you there for just a second. And the reason I'm going to do that is for anyone who is a member of CBBC and continues to call Travis Waldstein,
It's Waldstein.
it's Waldstein.
Yes.
Just so you know. Thank you. Back to you.
Yeah. So I am huge on wanting to get out there and teach everybody CPR. I even have my own little spiel on teaching CPR. Would you like to hear it?
I would love to hear it.
Okay. So, and I have thought about this. What I would love to do is I would love to teach every employee, and that's all employees, managers all the way down, everybody at a business CPR. And here's why. So let's say John visits business X. This is a 10 o'clock news, by the way. John visits business X today. Suddenly collapses. Business calls 911. The ambulance arrives, takes the person to the hospital, so on and so forth, whatever happens. Or would you rather hear John visits business X, suddenly collapses? The employees at the business jump into action to try to save his life, whether it be CPR or whatever, until 911 gets there and takes the person and then goes off to the hospital. Now, I, as a small business owner, would much rather hear segment B than segment A at the 10 o'clock news. That is how I look at it.
Makes perfect sense to me. What, how many employees do you think a business would need to benefit from you coming in to be able to talk to them?
I don't care if it's one, anybody. See, cardiac arrest can happen to anybody, anywhere, at any time. There are numbers that break it down to where that happens the most, but that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean it's only going to happen here. It happens anywhere at any time. That's why I want everybody to know what to do when it happens.
You brought up something just a few minutes ago. You used the word uncertified.
Mhm.
So what you're saying is someone does not need to be certified in CPR to perform CPR.
Yes, and I have run into students that didn't realize that. Nobody has to be certified. I mean, the certification you have to have for your job, but anybody can perform CPR on anybody at any time to help save a life. That's it. There is no have to be certified to perform this. I'm going to teach you the exact same thing I'm going to teach a nurse, and you are going to have the knowledge and know what to do when the time comes.
And should somebody question the credentials later and say there's some type of law issue or something that, hey, you didn't do everything by the book or wasn't certified or anything like that?
No.
Is there danger with that?
No, and that falls back to, and I tell all my students this, and you would be surprised how many students have an aha moment with this statement alone. All 50 states have what's called Good Samaritan laws that are there to legally protect you in the case of an emergency. If you have to perform CPR, have to perform first aid, if you have to help somebody in the moment of an emergency, you are legally protected from anything. People cannot sue you for performing CPR on them. They cannot sue you for helping them in a moment of an emergency. That is what the Good Samaritan laws are for. And I wish the Good Samaritan laws were posted everywhere, in every business, so that everybody knew that there is zero legal repercussions for you assisting somebody in a moment of emergency. Not one person in the United States has ever been sued for performing CPR. Trust me, I've heard the stories. We've all heard the stories. Well, I know this one guy that got sued. No, you don't, because it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Y'all, quote unquote, or my uncle told me about this one guy. Well, your uncle lied because it didn't happen. Nobody has ever been sued for performing CPR in a moment of emergency. And I wish people knew that.
Well, they do now. I didn't know.
And if everybody knew that, I can guarantee you society would change and people would help. But I know with today's litigious society, everybody's worried about being sued
Oh, yeah.
for everything.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I know that there's been times that, if something, we all looking for an opportunity to sue and we need to be compensated financially
Yes.
for whatever happens. And it's at times, I think it's a little out of control.
Very.
But that's a whole different.
Yeah, we don't have time for that.
That's a whole different episode to be able to talk with that. All right, walk me through the process then. You are coming into a business. You've
Yes.
got a room full of employees that
Yes.
you have never met before.
Yes.
What are they going to see? What can they expect?
Okay, so I give a class, and it's very similar to the regular class that those of us that are CPR certified take. Every 2 years, whether AHA or Red Cross, we have to take that class. So it is it's a narrowed down version of that class, if that makes sense. It's just the basics. It's just you need to know about when and how to perform chest compressions, and when is the big thing, when to do it, and how to do it. That's what I'm going to teach you when it comes to CPR. It's for you to be able to jump in there at the moment of need and assist. And I have a million numbers in my head. If we can get on the chest and begin CPR within the first 4 minutes, we will double to triple their chance of survival. I've said that well over 1,000 times, and I get goosebumps every time I say it. And I know it is hard to be there exactly when it happens. I'm not an idiot. But for the moments that we can be there when it happens and we can start CPR right away, there is a damn good chance you're going to save that life. And along with that is the use of an AED. The use of an AED is how you save a life
Okay, let's AED. That's
Yes,
it. That's a
automatic external defibrillator.
okay.
And there are a lot of them out there. There aren't as many as I want there to be out there. That's a whole nother conversation altogether. But the use of an AED is simple. The whole entire concept of public AEDs were there for you and I and the guy walking down the street to use it whenever you need whenever you need to use it. You rip it off the wall, you hook it up to the person, and all you do is turn it on and listen to it. It will tell you everything to do and how to do it. That's how simple they are. But that is also another thing that I have countless students with this aha moment. The entire concept of public AEDs is they are there for anybody to use anywhere, anytime. Meaning, the AED you see in the front of Walmart and the AED you see in front of Target is not there for Walmart and is not there for Target. That is for you to use anywhere. So if you're a block or two away from a Walmart and somebody collapses, I'm going to hope that you or you send somebody else to run to Walmart to rip that off the wall and come back and use it. That is the whole entire concept behind public AEDs. I'm 50. I remember when AEDs came out, so I already knew that. But there are generations now that have never known that. They're too young. They were never told that like we were told when they first came out.
Mhm.
And so that is the biggest aha moment I have on every class that I teach when I tell them that. You'd be blown away by the number of looks that I get of I didn't know that. Yeah, that's the concept behind public AEDs.
How long does it take when you go in to teach a class? How long are the we're going to call them students now?
Yes.
How long are they there in the room with you?
Depends on the class. If you are there for just CPR, give me an hour or 2 hours. Certification. For certification, just give me 2 hours for CPR. If you add first aid, then it's 3 hours. It's long. But if I'm going to teach you just the general non-certifiable class, give me an hour, maybe an hour. And I can teach you everything you need to know for the time of an emergency, and you can jump in and save a life.
Now, this is an opportunity for businesses to. It's not just for any of their clients that might be coming through; their employees.
It's for
Same kind of thing
everybody to know this and to learn this. Everybody, in my mind, needs to know it. Thankfully, in the state of Iowa, 2008, no student can graduate unless they take CPR. That's awesome. So we have plenty of people out there that know what to do,
Right.
which is amazing. And I love the fact that they know that.
I remember. I mean, my high school days go back even farther than yours. So, but I also remember that when I was a senior and I was in health class, we did have it was a couple of days of CPR.
Good.
That we had that.
Good.
So, and I can also remember in the school when I was still going to school in Iowa that it was like a special workshop that they came in and they had a dummy that had a special name. I don't even know what they named her, but
Back then it was Annie.
could have been
It was
Annie.
always Annie.
Could have been Annie. Yeah. I actually resuscitation Annie.
It was exact Lairdle's resuscitation Annie.
That was
You
it.
can thank Lairdle for that.
Yeah, and it was a little unsettling to me that we were all and again they were doing the alcohol swabs at
Yeah.
that time, but hey, David just had his mouth there, and
I know.
anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a long time
Yeah,
ago.
I know.
So,
I know.
but I can see that you would think, and this is layman. I mean, I'm not in your field, so but you would think that if we were doing it back then, that by now everybody would know. But what you're saying is no, it's not. We're not talking about
No.
that enough.
We don't talk about it because it happens so rarely, which isn't really true. But it's just something that we don't talk about. 350,000 cardiac arrests a year in the United States.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It is a lot. It is quite a bit. Yeah, it happens.
How do if businesses want to learn more, they want to say, "Hey, we want Marty to come in and teach our staff." What's the process for that? How do they reach out to you? Is it just through a website? What do they do?
Yeah, you can go to our website, readyresponders130.com. And then your best thing to do is send us an email. Our current website is under construction. So I have to apologize for that. But it will give you our email address on there. And you shoot us an email. Either Emily and I, well, we both read the emails. Emily and I will see the email. We'll get a hold of you as soon as we can, and we'll get something set up so that I would gladly go out and teach you and your employees CPR, because it's it's only a benefit. That's all there is to it. Is to just have the knowledge for that time of an emergency when it happens.
What's the email address?
It is readyresponders130@gmail.com.
Very simple.
It's very simple. Yes.
And we're going to put that in the link in the description to the show. So you'll see the link there for the email to get a hold of Marty, or actually Marty and Emily.
Yep. Yes.
You're both monitoring that.
Yes. Yes.
That same email. So I've heard this from you many times, and you've kind of alluded to it here a few times here today on the show. But give me your elevator pitch. You got 30 seconds to talk to somebody about why they need this information. What are you saying?
Other than my business pitch I already gave you?
Yeah, I mean, just you've got that small little window. You're in the elevator. You got it's going up 3 floors.
Okay.
You got that much time. Somebody has just said, "Hey, what do you do? Why should I use your services?"
I would tell them, because you never know when it's going to happen, is my number one thing. 350,000 cardiac arrests happen a year. You don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen, and it's of any age. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old you are. It can happen to anybody at any time. And if you are not certified, if you are trained, and you can jump in very quickly like that, you can help save a life. It is that simple. 4 minutes, you can double to triple their chance of surviving.
And especially in our area of the world, because we live in a rural part of Iowa. Really, you and I are recording this in Council Bluffs right now, but there is a lot of rural communities all around Southwest Iowa
out there,
and oftentimes services are not just down the street.
Yes.
So if you're calling an ambulance, they're not getting to you in 2 minutes.
Not like here in town.
No. So that would be even a bigger reason. I'm thinking of a lot of these businesses that are in these smaller communities that it's not just going to benefit what people in your business, but it's going to benefit your community.
Exactly. If everybody knew what to do, I'm from Underwood. If everybody in Underwood knew how to perform CPR, first of all, I feel extremely safe in town, knowing that when something happens, somebody is going to be there to jump in and help. And it's that simple. To just jump in and start compressions until we as professionals show up and take over. And it's that simple. And I have said this countless times. The compressions are the most important part about CPR. So once you get on that chest, just don't quit. It's that simple. Just don't quit. And if you get tired, have that guy jump in for you. It's simple. This isn't like you have to be certified or not to have to learn something crazy. You just perform chest compressions. Anybody can do it. It's not hard. I just want to teach you the hows and the whys and the whens of when to do it. Then that's the important part of it.
Well, as an example, I'll tell you a short story here. In the community of Hampton, Iowa, which is a small community up in north central Iowa. A friend of mine was out on a job site, ended up touching electrical wire. He went down, his heart had stopped.
Yeah, and that's a different story.
Right, I know, but here's what I'm saying. That with those chest compressions and with what was going on, the only other person that was there with him didn't know how to do it. And it took a long time to get a hold of anybody. They were in a rural area. They could not, the ambulance couldn't find them.
Yeah, and that's an issue.
And it took over 15 minutes before they were able to start. And Bill didn't make it.
And I get
it. I'm not saying that as to be depressing, but I'm saying that, had someone been with that knowledge there that you're talking about, would he have survived? I don't know.
Never know.
What I do know is I wouldn't be thinking like I do now.
Yeah.
that-
No, I totally
that
understand.
There was nobody there.
Yeah, you would have at least thought that, hey,
Yeah.
you guys did the best you could.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And you know what? Great. If you made it, great. If you didn't make it, I get it. We don't all make it.
Mhm.
That's just life. That's one thing I tell. I'm not telling you that just because you're doing CPR, you're going to save your life. That's not how it works. If that's how it works, we'd be very overpopulated right now. But we do the best we can.
All right. So readyresponders130@gmail.com is the email address to reach out. Your website will be back up soon.
Yeah, it's up.
You let us know.
The website is currently up. It is up. You can go look at it, and there's plenty of information on there. I'm just saying we're in the process of switching it over.
Right.
So feel free to look at the website.
Yep.
The information's on there. You'll see stuff about there. You'll see stuff on there for us.
Perfect. Well, Marty, grateful for your time. Thank you so
Always
much
a good
for what
time.
you're doing.
Yes.
And thank you for the information that you're getting out
Yes. Great.
there. And if anybody contacts me with more questions about it, I'm sending them to you.
Definitely.
That's
Please
how
do.
this is gonna
Please
work.
do.
All right. Appreciate your time, sir.
No problem. Thank you.
He's absolutely right. If you know CPR and you can help someone in when a life emergency is happening, wouldn't you want to be able to do that? So get a hold of Ready Responders 130. That's their website, readyresponders130.com. Castle and Associates of American Family Insurance, your local insurance provider for all of your home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance needs with 4 convenient locations. They are in Trainer, they're in Council Bluffs, they're in Bellevue, and in Elkhorn, which means they're local and in your neighborhood, ready to help you navigate the complexities of insurance today. Travis and his team are ready to educate, advise, and simplify insurance, all to protect those things you cherish most. Give them a call for your free quote. And for all natural health solutions in Southwest Iowa, Bambi's Green Acres Natural Market. She's located in Council Bluffs on South Main Street. She's been serving the community since 1997. You're going to find vitamins, supplements, essential oils, herbal remedies. You'll find some bulk foods in there. There's diet aids. There is all kinds of stuff. And Bambi is ready to help you put health in your hands. She's at 805 South Main Street in Council Bluffs, and her website, bambisgreenacres.com. And for a salon that feels like home, it's Heather's Hair Hut in Underwood, Iowa. With over 30 years of experience, Heather delivers expert haircuts for men, women, and children, as well as color, styling, and waxing services. This family-friendly salon is open 6 days a week with convenient evening hours, all in town in Underwood with a beautiful country view. Whether you need a quick trim, a fresh new look, Heather's Hair Hut is the place to be. Heather's Hair Hut in Underwood, where experience meets comfort. Thanks again, Marty Moore, for joining us on the show today. We have made it all the way to Thursday already. These weeks are just, somebody's got their foot on the accelerator. I think they're going by quicker and quicker. We still have one more day to go. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow night, it is Winterfest in Council Bluffs. What a great time to drive into town. It'll start at 5 o'clock. Food trucks open at 5, and you're going to want to be in the park with your spot all ready to go because the lighting ceremony happens at 6. And don't forget, if you get a little cold, the Masons have a warming station just across the street to the west from Bayless Park. And I'm going to be out front. They're bringing back live webcasts. So I hope that you come out, say hi, grab some free hot chocolate and cider at the Masons, also get a cookie, and listen to the Shriners with their Christmas carols. It's going to be a great evening all tomorrow night in Council Bluffs and Bayless Park. My name's Todd Studer. Have a great Thursday.